A closer look at education during COVID-19. I am Diana Washington, your host. Let's talk. Yes, let's talk about education. Today, Dr. Anderson, a school counselor, will share with you on how to survive during COVID-19. This session is sponsored by Rash Temple Church of God in Christ, located in Sunflower, Mississippi, under the pastoralship of Elder Perry Washington. Join us and follow us. Let's talk. Let's talk education.
Hello, this is Miss Nearline Anderson. I'm the school counselor here at one of our schools in the district. And one of the things I wanted to share with you today is why social emotional health is so important. We are experiencing unprecedented times with the pandemic. And with the pandemic, there's a lot of stress, duress that we have to deal with. Not only are children affected, adults are affected, everyone's affected. And so it is very important that we have a strong social emotional foundation. And that's what I'm going to share with you about today. Now, when we deal with our children in the school, there are certain areas that we want to strengthen. And those areas that we want to strengthen include their confidence, their curiosity, ways they communicate. We want to help them learn how to be in better self-control. We want students to learn how to relate to others. We want them to also have a capacity to communicate with their friends and their family. And believe it or not, those things are those things that help children to just do a better job. Even as adults, if we are not equipped with those things, then we will have some problems. We see it in adults all the time as well. So for children who are socially and emotionally healthy, they have a greater chance of achieving success. Also, one of the things that we have learned is that students who may not do very well in the classroom, they also don't do very well in their social emotional areas. So one thing I like to look for is the student's social intelligence. Social intelligence is extremely important. We always talk about people living to be good citizens and doing good things in their communities. Well, in order to do that, they have to be socially intelligent. It's very important for students to know how to make friends. It's important for them to know how to talk to others. So those skills roll over into adulthood. If a child has problems as a child, then they'll likely have problems as an adult. So my job, along with our other counselors here, is to just help make sure that those students have those skills to make them better prepared when they enter the world of work. A couple of things that are very important to me as I work with others is to help them understand how important attitude is. Attitude is extremely important. Everybody has problems, but the question is, how well do you handle those problems? Sometimes a negative attitude causes the problems to be worse. So again, that's one of the things we try to teach our students and also people that I work with in the community from time to time. So social emotional health is very, very important in that. Being socially healthy enables individuals to interact and relate to others. As people, we have to relate to other people. So if we're emotionally healthy, we can do that. If we're not, then we're going to have a negative relationship with those people. A person's social health also impacts his ability to build those friendships. So people who have a hard time building friendships also have social deficits. So because we're humans, we have a very, very socially emotional driven way of dealing with things. And if those things are not healthy, then we won't have healthy relationships. Citizenship, a big deal, because we live in a place where we know that we are working with other people. So in order to be a good citizen, we have to be socially and emotionally healthy. Okay. And finally, the last thing is that for our students who receive services with us, we make sure that they are prepared not just academically, but behaviorally, socially, physically, and spiritually. I know a lot of people don't address the spiritual side, but for our children, they need to understand that there is something that they can look forward to. Hope is extremely important as well. So to make sure that our students are well-rounded, they have to have teachings from all those areas. Thank you.
I am Diana Washington, your host. Let's talk.